You know what time it is. Time it is. Time it is. Time it is. Time it is.
Dark arts.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys today about the dark arts, a special edition. This is something I'm just doing impromptu, but we're dealing with the fresh and fit situation. There was a situation with Myron and Miss Cheeks. If you haven't watched their podcast, they're in the manosphere, they're in the red pill community, if you want to call it that. They're all for like building men up, but they teach men certain things which, for me, it's not Christ-like. And I say Christ-like in the sense of it's not loving, right? We're teaching people how to manipulate almost, and get our way of having sex. So when I say that, I say it kind of loosely because I don't think they're bad guys. I actually kind of like a lot of their stuff. A lot of their stuff actually does make sense. And they have really great conversations on their platform with women, which you can take it either way, but there is always something you can learn from them. But on this particular occasion, we're talking to you about dark arts. If you haven't watched our series, go watch the rest of the videos. But this is where we discuss manipulation tactics in how men or women get their way with the other person. Okay, so we have a different definition here, which is the dark arts is the tactics used in dating to get what you want via the usage of manipulation. And what is the thing you want here? More time, it's sex. Okay, this is what's the conversation right now. I'm going to play some clips within the show from Fresh and Fit's 4-hour live. I'm going to play some clips about where Miss Cheeks talks about how she feels about the transaction they've gone into in regards to the relationship that they built in the short time that they spent together. But if you're new to this channel, do me a favor, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads. For those of you who are returnees, you got the minerals, you got the minerals. Listen, don't forget as well, guys, stay hydrated. Grab your bottle down below as well. Grab your hoodies as well. Mineral gang, you understand? Mineral gang, you feel me? Let's get into this video. Let's not waste much time. All right, cool. I'm gonna play the clip. I'm going to get the clip up alongside ourselves. Don't worry about this. I can put myself small here. And I just want you to pay attention and listen to what's going to happen. Remember, dark arts is the tactics used in dating to get what you want via the usage of manipulation. Now, listen very, very carefully what's happening here.
I coerced you and I manipulated
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. There we go.
you for sex. Like, because the way you said it, it makes it look like I forced you to do things when we both know it's consensual. Correct? Simone, was the sex consensual? Simone.
From the beginning that you really just wanted sex, because that's really what it was. And if you had said that, then I wouldn't have had sex. And you know that because I asked you multiple times, like, what the fuck is it that you really want from me? Like, what am I doing this for? What am I listening to you for? I asked all the right questions. So if you had said that, then none of this shit would have ever happened if you were truthful and said, listen, I just want to fuck.
Okay, Simone, I have a question for you, okay?
I answered it, and I'm not answering it any other way.
Now, I want you to just... Okay, so there's a few factors going in this whole conversation. Sorry. There's a few factors that are going into this conversation, right? Come on, focus for me, baby. There's a few factors going into this conversation, right? Because there's an aspect of consent, there's an aspect of coercion, manipulation, etc., right? But I want to focus on the manipulation part, right? Because she's just agreed and said it was consensual. But what she says very, very carefully is, if you had told me from the jump that all you wanted was sex, then that would have been... What she said in the clip was, if she had known, she wouldn't have sex with him. And then she goes on to say, I asked you specific questions about this, and you didn't mention per se that you want to sleep with me, right? Now, here's the thing, all right? Here's the thing. We didn't define what we want and what we're doing. You see, this is what we call the gray area. Okay, the gray area is undefined, unspecified, unspoken arena where anything goes because you haven't specified. You have a responsibility to yourself here not to get conned, right? So, like when, for instance, when you go into a shop and you just buy a product off the shelf and you didn't check the ingredients, you didn't check the anything about it, and then you complain about the fact that it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Did you check it out first? Did you check out the back and what it says it does? Did you check out reviews? You have to do your due diligence, right? And so in this game of dark arts, unfortunately, what's happened here is that Myron hasn't told her what his real intention is, which was always to smash and to chill. Right, I've always told you about this whole making a girl your homie that you can smash. Right, it's a great dark tactic that men use. Okay, they want to make you their homie that is a smashable homie. Okay, and that makes a girl feel special because it's like, oh, I'm like one of the guys, but he gives me special attention. It's actually a lie onto you. You've actually lied onto yourself, thinking that you've been made special by him putting you in a special category. It doesn't exist. Okay, it is for his particular pleasure and his particular gain. Right? Now, you have to be aware of this game. I want to play the clip again. I just want you to pay attention to what she says. Pay attention because you don't want to be in this position saying the exact same thing. I don't know if I can get it back exactly. Hold on.
Then I wouldn't have had sex.
Okay.
And you know that because I asked you multiple times, like, what the fuck is it that you really want from me? Like, what am I doing this for? What am I listening to you for? I asked all the right questions. So if you had said that, then none of this shit would have ever happened if you were truthful and said, listen, I just want to fuck.
Okay, Simone, I have a question for you, okay?
I answered it, and I'm not answering it any other way.
No. I have a very simple question. Did I or did I not make effort to hang out with you after in the past couple of days within the last week or so? Yes or no?
Asking me to fucking hang out one time is not effort to me.
But I did though, right?
Now, listen, did you hear the language between both parties and what their viewpoint is? Stay hydrated, guys, by the way. His viewpoint is, did I not make effort to hang out with you? This is the concession. This is the move that makes it less grimy. Okay, because I'm learning about the art of seduction, right? And he said something which was really powerful that I didn't realize. But the way you leave is so important. The way you leave a woman after you've had sex makes it a determination of whether it was a use or whether this is something that we're mutually beneficially benefiting from. The way you leave is important, right? So, and I could actually testify to this. I had a situation where me and a girl had sex, and I was just like, after I had the sex, I said, I gotta go, I've gotta leave. She's like, what, you're not gonna stay? I said, I've got to go. I've got to go and do some work. I gotta go this, that, and everything. And she was like, I felt so used after. The whole thing came out, right? Now, why did she feel like that? She had every right to feel like that. Do you know why? Because the way I left made her feel that way. The way you leave makes people feel that way. Even if it's consensual, the way you leave makes people feel like this, where they go, you know that joke where women hold their breasts and like, you're just going to leave me now? Like that is honestly true. Right? Because the way the Miss Cheeks is describing the situation with Fresh and Fit right now, or with Myron specifically right now, is, he said, I chilled with you. So what's the beef? She's like, no, but I wanted more. And that's the problem. When we don't exercise and actually vocalize the actual expectancy of what we want from a situation, don't complain after. Right? Take it on the chin, learn from it, never do that mistake again. Right? But what's happening is she's emotionally committed to the situation now. She's frustrated. She's annoyed because he played her. And that's essentially what he did. He played her. He deceivingly got her into bed. And she feels angry about it because she gave herself over with an expectancy silently that they would go into a particular space. Right? But he never had that expectation and never had that thought. All right. This is what we call selling the dream. But you can only sell the dream if you're, and I love this quote by my friend, Ayo, and he said, you can only sell a dream to somebody who wants to be asleep. You can only sell it to those who are not awake. Wake yourself up. Be woke. Let's play a little bit more.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So we spent a couple days hanging with each other. You're the one that wanted to leave, and I said, all right, cool, I'll see you. I got you an Uber home, whatever. So how are you going to say that
Guys, she did the show with us, went to go eat with us, chilled with us. Bro, she was here. If Myron just wanted to smash, and then you leave. You got to leave. I was like, yo, why is she still here? I mean, look, I was kind of like, bro, why is this bitch still here? But she's still here.
Now, I just want to pause it there quickly. The trouble with the situation is that there is a duality here in terms of thought, right? Because the true darkness of this situation is that if I admit fully what I was trying to do, this could be a little bit dark. And the truth of the matter is, listen, he wanted to chill with this girl, smash, keep her as a homie that he can smash, and never go any further, right? But the truth of the matter is, if I say that absolutely truthfully, how many women would actually agree to that? Because you see, the gift of this game, the gift of the seduction, the gift of selling the dream is that making it obvious of what I'm doing removes all the allure and the sensualness, the sexiness, the experience from it. Okay, look, I've said this before. We want to be lied to. Look, the difference of let's I'm taking from a Christian point of view. Anybody who's Christian we can hear what I'm going to say. When you go and have sex and fornicate, let's put it that. When you go and fornicate, right? There's a difference between when you fornicated and I fell into this and I didn't mean to fall into this, and the fornication where you said, you know what, I'm just ready to have sex. I'm not gonna lie to you, God. I ain't gonna play with you. I just want to have sex. I'm gonna go out there and gonna have sex. Big difference, right? Right? Because now it seems like you're premeditated, but both of them are the exact same thing. The exact same thing. All that happened is that you intentionally didn't want to become conscious on the first example I gave. Oh, I didn't know. I came round and I thought we were gonna chill and then we ended up having sex. No. When you got there, you knew this was a possibility. This could happen. Okay, you had a mindset this could happen, right? You want to lie to yourself and say, I didn't know it could happen. No, you knew when you went there. Right? We're not young anymore, right? So you knew when you went there, right? And the other one is just obvious and saying it plain and loudly. Why? We want the allure of the lie because it makes us feel like we're not accountable and responsible for our actions, and that actually it just fell upon me. I was in the moment and I was caught up in the moment. No, you were premeditated. In most cases, we were premeditated. I'm going to say it in most cases, and in most cases, I'll probably much all, right? And most of us cannot be saying, I didn't, no. When I go to God and I said him, I fornicate, I said, Lord, I really didn't want to do this, but, I knew I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? I went there and I knew that it was a possibility, and I knew that I was probably going to fall, and I was feeling it, and it is what it is, right? So help me, right? I'm not about to sugarcoat it by saying I didn't mean to go in there. You knew what you were doing, okay? You knew what you were doing. All right, cool. So what she's discussing here in this particular aspect, we're gonna just go back to it now.
Point is, man, if he just want to smash, he could have brought her on us.
The reason why, guys, she didn't want to say anything was because I asked her multiple times, and I have Fresh and Carissa as my witness.
Go forward a little bit.
Because you hear about these situations and
the timestamps here for y'all know who she is, bro. Y'all know. All right, let's play the rest. Let's play more of this one then. Yeah, fuck it.
You show me, yeah.
You chilled with me for multiple days. You probably chilled with everybody for multiple fucking days. You probably do that all the time. Like, I don't know. Like, being special, like.
Enough for you to
No,
stamps.
Simone. Man. The point is that I didn't coerce you and I didn't manipulate you, and I offered to hang out. Call her back again.
All right, cool. So what you just heard there, I'm even gonna roll it back so you can hear it. So she's obviously complaining, saying you probably chill with everybody. She's now feeling shame and she's now feeling stupid, right? So what's happening is she's now trying to wrestle back power in this conversation, trying to get him to care and make him change his perspective. It's not going to change, ladies. Okay, look, and is there coercion? In a sense, there is, but it's not. I don't think legally this comes under rape. I don't think this comes under this, because coercion is part of it, right? Because there's a coercion which is of physical violence or physical threat or harm, but there's a coercion where you're tricked and lied to, right? You coerce a person into a position where actually they believed what you had told them. Okay, so there's that type of coercion that happens. But in this case, what's happened is she wanted to believe the lie. The truth is, you asked the right questions, but actually when she said about what he answered, she didn't say that he answered and said that's what he wants. She said she asked the right questions. Right? I'm guessing these answers were not direct. But we choose to believe these things because, like, again, we want to be seduced. We want to be roped in. We want to be pulled in. We want to be lured in. It's part of the allure of the sin nature of man, the fallen nature of man, right? So this is some dark arts. These are some dreams he's been selling to her, okay? And now what you heard, I'm going to roll it back so you can hear it again in terms of what she just said, all right? I want you to listen again.
You chilled with me for multiple days. You probably chilled everybody for... You're the type to be like, oh, I'm not going to chase you and I'm not going to do this and that. But that doesn't mean you get to give minimal fucking effort and think that a woman is just supposed to feel good about that.
But Simone, you already know. You chill with me for multiple days. When you were with me, was I or was I not working all the time?
You were, but you keep mentioning that you chilled with me for multiple days. You probably chilled everybody for multiple fucking days. You probably do that all the time. Like, I don't know. Like, being special, like...
Enough for you to...
No,
attempts.
Simone. Man.
So as you heard quite clearly there, she's complaining, saying, you probably chill with everybody for, amount of bull time and this and that and this and that. She's complaining about the situation. Sis, recognize the situation. You got played. Okay? You just need to take this on the chin, hold it, and be like, do you know what? I was a fool there. I was naive. Right? It is manipulation. It really is. No, it's manipulation, because he knew and this is why part of the dark arts, it's that gray area where you don't say anything, and that's how situationships happen, right? Because she's not his girlfriend, right? It's not his woman. He said he was never going to wife a single mother. So it's like he knew exactly what he was doing, playing on the gray area, selling her dreams that she wanted to buy. And you have to take accountability, ladies, and responsibility, knowing this now. That's why I'm telling you about this dark art series. I want you to understand that you have to buy into this. You know what I mean? Like, if you're asking direct questions, straight questions, the answer you want to hear is yes. If that's the case, that's completely different now. If we started on a premise where I've said to you, I want a relationship, and he said, I want a relationship, and then sleeps with you and then leaves you, that's completely different. Then he is a devil, an absolute devil who you never want to deal with, and he doesn't get a pass. Most men, I'm going to be honest with you, are not going to say, yes, let me be in a relationship with you just to sleep with you. Right, I say most men, most player men, right? They're going to dance in the gray area because they know women are not going to answer straight questions. Because the whole point of this, the whole dance that we're actually doing when we're even dating or when we're even kind of feeling each other, is that nobody says exactly what it actually is. We have to glean towards it. We have to read the signals. We have to read the social cues. And they are not out and outright statements of I like you or I want this. It's more of a case of we kind of flow and glide into it. And that's why it leaves that gray area, because most women are still trying to be pursued and wooed. And part of the game is that there is no statement being said, but we know what it is. It's a dance, and we begin to dance in a certain way that we both will finally get to a point where we can both say those key words. The trouble is when you give up the box early and you have not defined what you are doing. So take it on the chin. It's unfortunate. On this particular aspect, there's more to the story, which I don't want to go into, because I think that is where I think we are dealing with something a bit more sensitive in that issue, because she discussed some things on another podcast which I think go beyond just dark arts. Now they go into a criminal aspect. We'll have to discuss that another time, but I just wanted to use that as an example. Okay, don't be fooled because you want to buy into something. You're gassed by his status and his power. We don't want to hear those things. Okay, we don't want you to fall flat on those things. That is gonna leave your heart broken, right? So yes, guys, we appreciate you. Stay locked, stay loaded. We'll see you again for another review of this show. Dark Hearts, baby.
Black, but you know what time